R.I.P.
But this
R.I.P. human race. R.I.P. human race. Yeah. Gone right there, gone. Alright, what is going on, ladies and gents? Today we are checking out the Global Occult Coalition, or the GOC. This is one of the few SCP organizations we have not looked into. As far as I know, the GOC kind of like to destroy the SCPs, or they're more on the side of destroying SCPs rather than containing them and experimenting on them. I mean, at least if they're dangerous, they definitely want to destroy them. The GOC don't sound like the nicest organization to be a part of, but I don't think they're bad. I don't know. I wouldn't say they were bad from what I know so far, but I don't know too much, so there you go. Anyway, before we get into this video, a few things. Firstly, on the Discord, it has been decided we'll be doing another Q&A, so the second Q&A on the channel. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the YouTube comments below, or if you 100% want me to answer them in the video, go to the Discord, join the Discord, and write them in the Discord, because I will 100% answer them there. The Discord has quite a few benefits. Obviously, you can talk to me over at the Discord. You can also request videos and I will see them. I'll 100% see them, guaranteed. And I can always go and look through, where on YouTube videos it's a lot harder to look through. So yeah, if you want to ask a question for the Q&A, go and join the Discord, or you can ask it in the comments. I'll more than likely see it in the comments anyway. But yeah, man, we're going to get into this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, let's get into this. Where is the start button?
The Global Occult Coalition. One of the most common questions people ask.
Question of the day. Who is your favorite SCP YouTuber? I've been getting this question a few times in the comments, and honestly I can't decide. I feel like I haven't done enough. A few people have said Exploring Series, which is probably the guy we've checked out the most. Some people like the Volgun. Some people like, was it Tats Tops videos, the guy we done the hour-long reaction to. So let me know who your favorite is. Is it SCP Illustrated as well? He's another good one.
When discussing dangerous SCPs, is why doesn't the Foundation just destroy it? In some cases, it certainly seems like a good question, as it's strange that the Foundation would go to such lengths to contain something so dangerous when they could just kill or destroy it. The answer varies depending on the SCP, such as the Foundation has tried and failed to destroy it, or more broadly, it's just not the Foundation's way to destroy SCPs.
Yeah, I guess it could be considered some kind of ethical reasons not to destroy it, right? Most of the SCPs are sentient beings, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? People don't know about it, so then again, you won't have a lot of protests if you kill it, right? But at the same time, is it the right thing to do, to kill them? Also, most of the ones that the SCP Foundation do actually want to terminate, they can't. So, you know, Shy Guy, Indestructible Lizard, Abel, you can't kill any of these guys, so at the end of the day you have to contain them. You don't really have an option.
They are focused on securing things.
Right.
But what if there was a similar organization that didn't quite follow the same rules, and did want to destroy these dangerous anomalies? This organization would be called the Global Occult Coalition.
Right.
The GOC is its own part of the SCP universe, and someone could quite easily enjoy the SCP universe without ever reading much about them. However, there are a number of SCPs contained or known to the Foundation that have a link with the GOC, as well as a large number of tales related to them, far more than I could cover in this video.
Like he said, I think he said you could go, you could enjoy the universe without even learning about these guys. The thing is, if in your head they don't exist, because obviously it's all your own canon, if these guys don't exist in your universe, then it doesn't matter, does it?
The purpose of this video is to just give you a solid understanding of who the GOC are and how they operate, so that you can continue learning more about them on your own.
Yeah.
The first main event linked to the founding of the GOC occurred in 1882, when a group of German occultists managed to capture and destroy an energy entity that was being worshipped as a god by several Semitic tribes thousands of years prior. The destruction of this entity resulted in a psychic backlash in the area, causing feelings of nihilism in certain sensitive individuals, notably philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who wrote about God being dead, referring to the entity.
If it was Nietzsche.
This leftover energy was apparently going to be utilized by members of Nazi Germany during World War II to complete an occult ritual,
so where's
known as
Nazis
the
involved?
Rite of Solomon. Details during this time are sparse, but the event sparked the Seventh Occult War, although practically nothing is known about the prior 6, and afterwards led to the founding of the Global Occult Coalition, in order to prevent future similar events. Of course, the SCP Foundation already exists during this time, but they mostly act independently of any governmental body, and have very little oversight. The Global Occult Coalition, on the other hand, grew out of a desire from the United Nations to have their own organization devoted to protecting the world from the paranormal. Since no single nation could be trusted with the secretive handling of anomalous objects and creatures, the GOC was formed from the cooperation of 108 different paranormal organizations, including the Bavarian Illuminati, the Knights Templar, and the United Church of Satan. These organizations work with the GOC to cover a broad field of the...
How many of those actually exist today? I swear Knights Templar has been extinct for like 1,000 years or some shit, some shit like that. What?
The anomalous and paranormal. And the United Nations fund the organization, as long as there is a degree of oversight from them. The GOC's mission statement, then, covers 5 different goals. Primarily, their first and most important mission is to protect the human race from any threats outside of the norm. Secondly, is to conceal the knowledge of these threats from humanity, to avoid panic and anarchy. Third, individual humans will be protected during the course of GOC operations, unless this mission interferes with the first 2.
Ouch.
Fourth is the destruction of
Holy
paranormal
moly.
threats, as their existence goes against the first 3 missions. And no...
This is just one hell of a piece of artwork, although I'm not too sure what the hell's going on. Obviously this sea beast with wings, Jesus Christ, kind of looks like Davy Jones and Predator mixed together with a bit of Alien at the top. They've got obviously these guys are on some kind of aircraft carrier. You've got multiple boats shooting at it. You've got a helicopter and whatever this shit is, and you've got a nuke just blown up in the background. Like, what?
No unnecessary risks will be taken to ensure their survival. Finally, the 5th mission is education, as GOC make every effort to learn more about the paranormal, unless it goes against any of the earlier missions.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear from these mission statements how much the GOC differ from the Foundation, but their logic and intent is sound. The GOC operates through 3 separate divisions: Physics, Psych, and Ptolemy. The Physics Division handle the actual investigation and capture or elimination of paranormal threats. The Psych Division focuses on diplomacy and observation, and Ptolemy is the Support Division, handling logistics, management, and research into the paranormal. GOC operatives mostly utilize technology and weaponry that is readily available to militaries and other organizations, so that it wouldn't cause any concern if lost in the field. But they do occasionally use tech that comes from paranormal research to better aid in eliminating anomalous threats. These advanced pieces of technology also include combat and infiltration suits that incorporate bullet-resistant nanofibers, augmented reality systems, cloaking devices, or even full-body exoskeleton. Field agents are fully prepared to tackle the various threats they might encounter, and are capable of taking down highly dangerous anomalies, such as those capable of regeneration, shape-shifting, or even bending reality. Despite this preparation, however, capturing and eliminating anomalous entities is no easy feat, and GOC operatives are fully aware how likely their deaths are.
No.
So far, everything seems fairly logical.
So they got the Imperial Guard shit going on, like, hey, you gonna die, mate. You're gonna die and you can't do shit about it. I wouldn't want to be part of that, man. Doesn't sound fun, does it?
Well-funded, well-trained organization that have spent decades investigating and eliminating paranormal threats. So why doesn't the SCP Foundation adopt a similar methodology? To answer that, we'll have to look at a few specific examples, when the GOC especially messed things up. Likely the most relevant example is SCP-1609, a pile of wood splinters, nails, and scraps of fabric, currently contained by the SCP Foundation. Originally, 1609 was a large chair carved in the form of a reclining woman that would detect when anyone in an unknown radius around it needed to sit down and didn't have a comfortable seat nearby.
Oh, fuck's sake.
The chair would then teleport to them and remain there until someone else needed a seat.
And what did it do?
This was the extent of its anomalous properties, but the GOC managed to capture it and send it through a wood chipper.
Why?
as a teleporting chair could easily risk breaking the mission of secrecy held by the GOC. The destroyed chair killed a number of GOC personnel before suddenly appearing in an unused containment cell owned by the Foundation.
Good.
SCP-1609 is now much more dangerous, and when reacting to specific stimuli, will become violent, teleporting portions of itself into the lungs of those who have angered it. This quickly leads to death, at which point it will teleport back to its containment cell. Things that anger SCP-1609 include wearing clothing similar to the GOC uniform, usage of words or phrases utilized by GOC personnel, such as threat entity, the sound of a running motor, or anything overtly hostile to 1609 itself.
Idiots.
To counter this, the Foundation believes...
What's wrong with these guys? The chair was fine, man. The chair was doing nothing wrong. It was helping people sit down. It seems so stupid. Why would you put the chair in a wood chipper? Fucking idiots, bro. Like, what's wrong with these guys? Literally. Oh my god. So you see a chair that wants to help you sit down, so you throw it in a wood chipper. I don't even know what to say, man. Goddamn idiots. Goddamn idiots, man. And now the chair's salty and now it likes to kill people. So there you go. Nice, good job.
1609 prefers situations where it can be useful to humans, as it once did as a chair. And so they use the 1609 mass as mulch for a flower bed. Part of the containment procedures mention that anyone who visits the flower bed must remark on the beauty of the flowers and the quality of the mulch. The report for 1609 ends with a document from a Foundation doctor who explains that 1609 is a cautionary tale of the flaws inherent in the GOC's operating procedures. He summarizes how it's a perfect example of why the Foundation contains rather than destroys, and says that when you destroy something, you can't go back on your mistake.
Very true.
He concludes by saying that this is why the Foundation is right, and the GOC are wrong. Of course, it'd be odd for a Foundation employee to say differently.
I mean...
SCP-2002 was a large spacefaring vessel, consisting of a spherical hull and roughly 3,000 small pods attached to it. Analysis of the vessel seemed to show that it belonged to the Foundation, although the current SCP Foundation only had designs under development that were similar to the ship. The vessel had come from an unknown location, and apparently went through some sort of temporal anomaly, but was traveling at a constant 12.5 kilometers per second towards Earth. This information and other basic details were relayed to the GOC through a covert operative working for the SCP Foundation.
Of course.
The GOC were not sure why the Foundation had no containment procedures in place for this SCP, but they decided that if the vessel came within a certain distance of Earth, they were planning to terminate it themselves, to avoid an apocalyptic scenario should it collide with the planet.
Here we go.
As the vessel passed by our moon, a weaponized satellite belonging to the GOC destroyed the vessel, leaving only partial fragments to hit the Earth. These fragments were recovered by the Foundation, who also found a large number of human remains among them.
Nice.
The remainder of the SCP documentation reveals information that the GOC did not possess, as the vessel came from the future, where an SCP caused the global population to become sterile. The SCP Foundation decided to send a number of uninfected embryos, along with some Foundation personnel, into outer space, where they would remain in stasis for 135 years before coming back to Earth to repopulate it once the plague was gone. Unfortunately, the ship passed through a temporal anomaly, causing it to travel back into the past and approach our current Earth.
Oof.
Ultimately, this anomaly caused their mission to fail.
R.I.P.
But this
R.I.P. human race. R.I.P. human race. Yeah. Gone right there, gone.
demonstrated that the GOC still operated with lethal decisions,
Idiots.
without possessing all of the facts. SCP-1522 is perhaps another case of the GOC being unnecessarily cruel in their operation. 1522 were two sentient fishing trawlers, capable of autonomous movement and faster than normal speeds. They spent most of their time sending out modified sonar pings to play with whales, and the Foundation continually kept civilians away from them, mostly letting the ships do their own thing.
Makes sense.
The GOC, however, came in and launched harpoon missiles at one of the ships,
Why?
quickly sinking it. The other ship tried to save it, but could not, and seemed to destroy itself afterwards. The Foundation eventually recovered the 2 sunken ships, finding 2 small, partially formed rowing boats in one of them. While it might seem cruel, it likely took a good deal of effort to keep information about these 2 anomalous ships concealed from the public, and destroying them does fit in with the GOC's mission statement.
Fuck your mission statement.
I don't want to be misleading with this summary, however, and so I want to make it clear that these SCP articles are all written by Foundation personnel, who are likely to share a certain bias against the GOC. Looking at different perspectives, particularly in various tales, you find that the GOC are a bit more nuanced than just the common kill-all anomalies concept. These reports show the GOC are more than willing to negotiate with anomalous entities, or at the very least not destroy them immediately, and also aren't shy about showing the mistakes the Foundation makes. Since the concept of canon is so fluid in the SCP universe, it's understandable that you can't simply pigeonhole an organization like the GOC into a single perspective. Perhaps the GOC caused plenty of problems in their pursuit of protecting humanity by destroying the paranormal, such as in the alternate reality of SCP-1730. And perhaps the Foundation caused plenty of problems in their pursuit of containing and researching the paranormal. In closing, I hope that this has provided a good enough basis of understanding for the GOC to continue your own research. While the SCP Foundation will often paint the GOC as one of the bad guys, they have also been shown to work alongside them if need be, and there is mostly peace between the 2 organizations.
I think every organization would work together if they had to.
If nothing else, it seems clear that the GOC exist for humanity's protection, whether we agree with their methods or not.
Whether you're a physics division recruit, part of one of our 108-member organizations, an outsider, or simply a concerned civilian, you are here because you've been touched by the ongoing struggle of humanity to survive and thrive in a world where the supernatural is very real. You are here to help our species in its endless war against the dark. To you, I say welcome. To those of you who would do harm to humanity, I say this: the GOC stands ready to defend humanity against all foes, whether it likes it or not. Alright, buddy. Alright, you ain't martyrs, fucking hell. Okay, so concerning the GOC, obviously they have a weird reputation, because they obviously have made quite a few mistakes, and they destroy SCPs, and they've destroyed SCPs and made mistakes. I mean, he didn't tell any stories about them destroying any bad SCPs, so obviously they don't always give enough time for the SCP to explain itself, I guess. Like when they blew up the future human ship, or just the 2 ships, or the chair, all 3 of those. Pretty stupid if you ask me. They kind of fucked up because they were too hasty and they were too scared. They thought humanity was going to end already. I honestly, it's a bit stupid, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it's easy to vilify them, obviously, because of what they do. But like you said, all the stories are from SCP members or SCP Foundation personnel, so they're probably a bit biased, So yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys think about the GOC? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.